Well, good morning, everybody, and happy Saturday. It is Saturday, May 9th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. This is Lisa Freeman coming to you live from stampingwithlisa.com. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I hope you're in your pajamas and ready for a fun video. I've got some beachy cards to do today. So we are going to make these 3 cards. And they're super easy. So, like I said, they're 5-minute cards, basically. The paper does all the work for you for these pretty much. And this is the new suite. It's actually a suite. You can get just the bundle if you want, but the suite is really cool. So let me show you. It's in the new catalog on page 20 and 21. So here's what you get in the suite. You get the stamp set and the dies, which are super tiny in this picture, but here's the stamp set. So you get all these stamps, and then the dies. This is the die for that chair that I'm using. And then you also get this other chair, which is like this. And then you can have this back or this back. So you can have it either way. So I just like this chair better, but this one you have to stamp first. So, if you don't want to stamp it, you can use this one too. But this one you have to put together. So it's 2 pieces. So you can either put that piece on the back or that piece on the back. And it kind of has this little tab to glue there, like behind it. And then you've got your little seagrass, your cattails, 2 cattails. This is the arms that go here if you use this one. So it's like little curvy things there. I didn't know what that was for a while. Another cattail, a bird. That's the book. That's your coffee cup, and that's the seagull. Um, so lots of stamps and dies in there. So some of these don't have stamps to go with them, like some of the cattails and I think in this chair, but the rest of them do have matching stamps on there. So that's the stamps and the die. So you get that. Then you get the pack of paper, which we're using today. And I love this paper, especially this page right here, which is the one we're using. So this is the front page, and I love it when you get this kind of um, graphic arts because you can just cut it, and that's basically your card. So basically, we're using these 2. I should have done that one too. But of course, I waited till the last minute like usual. So I just messed around yesterday. I sat out in the sun. I colored my hair. I cleaned the house. And then about 6 o'clock, I'm like, dang, I got to get a card ready for tomorrow. So I was like, okay. So I made 3 cards and then I said, I need to go take a shower and go to bed. So we're going to make one with this one and this one. And I guess I saved this one I really like too, and that one too. And I'm gonna save those for another card. But I'm gonna show you how to cut this up. You also get a ton of other papers in here. And at first I thought there was dies to go with a lot of these, but there's not. So like you get this one with your life vest and the oars and different stuff. And then you get that's the back of it. So we're using that for one of the cards. And then we've got this wood piece, which I really like. And that's got more stuff on the back. But if you want to use these, all you got to do is cut it out. And most of them are pretty easy to cut. So, you could do that. Then you've got this piece of just the seagulls. And then that's the back. I love this piece right here. It's a really pretty background. Then you got the fish. A lot of masculine cards. I'm not crazy about the back of that. So I like the fish better. And then we've got the bicycle page and seagulls on the back of that. And I think that's about it. Yeah, because these are just the same ones again. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. And then the back of this one is the blue and white stripe, which I really like this piece too. So I wish it was separate from this, but I love it when we have this kind of background paper that you can cut and it's pretty much already done for you. Also with this comes these little anchors, which we're going to use today. So you get 20, 20 of them in a pack. I think it says 20, maybe it says 30. I can't see. Hold on, let me get my glasses. I think it says 20. Yeah, 20. Okay, so you get 20 of these, and they're really cute. And they're very lightweight. They're not heavy at all. So, I mean, it's not going to weigh down a card. You're only going to use one of them on a card anyway, but we're going to use one of those today. So you get that. You get the paper. So stamp set, dies, paper, and the little trinkets. Comes in the suite. And then here's some pretty samples for you. And that's it. So that's on page 20 and 21 in the catalog. So we're going to be using that today. And I'm going to cut this up for you in just a second. Here's my little, isn't that cute? I just love that. This is a really easy card too. I got something on it. Um, so I was going to do this card with a hexagon punch, but the hexagon punch has already sold out. So I decided to use the brand new punch, which is this one. It's kind of rectangly, but it's rounded on the corner. So it's called rounded rectangle. And it's 167880. So it kind of gives you the similar look, but it's just rounded instead of, like a hexagon. But I think that came out really good. And then I have this on the inside. Isn't that cute? I love it. So that's that one. And I did a lot of the work ahead of time, all the die cuts and stuff. So let me show you what we're gonna do. Oh, don't forget we got the starter kit special going on right now for only 99 bucks. And you get $125 in product plus all 5 new ink pads. So the new magnetic ink pads that are $14 a piece, you'll get all of them for free. And you also get free shipping. So, oh, I got a card. I think there's more cards out in my mailbox, but it was pouring down rain this morning, so I didn't go out and get the mail. This one's from Christine Sinden. She sent me this cute card. Love it. Love it. Love it. Pretty colors. Love it. Impression the Bloom Suite. Love that card. All my favorite colors. Thank you so much, Christine. And I saw there was some in there from yesterday, but I never got around to getting the mail yesterday, and I was going to go get it this morning, but it was pouring down rain. And it's so funny because I checked the weather yesterday, and it was supposed to be beautiful today and like 77. And I get up this morning and it's all cloudy and kind of yucky looking. And then it starts raining. And so I look at my weather app again and I'm like, the weather app just is cloudy. It doesn't say any rain. And I'm like, okay, these people know nothing. The weather's always wrong. Although yesterday was beautiful. So, Evelyn, no, I have not tried the new black ink pad, but I'm not going to get it just because I like my black pad, the one that I have, and it works great. So I'm just not going to even worry about getting the new one. So I really like the one that I made using the white craft pad, the blank white craft pad, and I filled it with Memento ink. Yes, Vicky, I do have an umbrella, but I'm in my nightgown and I'm not going outside in the rain and the wind to get the mail. So I'm going to wait till it stops raining. Even if you have an umbrella, you're still going to get wet. So, and I got soaked the other day going to see my mother because it was pouring down rain. And I had to carry all this stuff in there and it was flooded and it was a mess. So I try not to go outside if it's raining at all. All right, so I'm going to show you how to cut this. So you just got to follow the line. So the first one we're going to cut is here. So I'm going to cut that off. So just try to get, I don't know if you guys could see this really well, but try to get that line right in the center. So here's your cutting thing. So you want to get that edge right there in that center on both sides. So I'm going to center that and then cut it. So there's one. Then you can't do this one. So you got to turn it and do this way. So we're going to stick that one right in the center. So now we got that one. Now you can turn it back and do this one. I think that's good. All right. And then this one, and I'm not going to really use these today. I'm only going to use that, but I'll show you. You just got to make sure it's right in the middle. See, that's a really good one to use. I'm not going to use these though, so I might use the back of that paper. And then I'm going to save this one. I'm not using that one today. I am using this one, but I need to cut off that bottom piece. So I'm not using that. And this one I need to cut down because it's too big. It's like 6, yeah, it's 6 by 4 1/4. So I want to cut it down to 4. So I'm just gonna move it over just a tad and cut it to 4. And then I'm gonna cut a little bit off the top and make it 5 1/4. So we're gonna do that. All right, so now it's 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so there's our one piece. And then I also need, I'm not using any of these, so I'm gonna set those aside, but I love that one and that one. Not crazy about that one. That one's cute. But you can always save it and use the back piece if you don't like that front piece. But both of these I like. I wish you could just get a whole pack of just this paper, just these kind of things. So I think this one would make a good bookbinding card because it's almost 4 inches square. I think it's 4 by 3 1/2, but you could put something on the bottom. And let's see, this one is a little bit too long. So let's cut that down to 5 1/4. And just check it's 4 inches. Yeah. Okay. So now they're both 5 1/4 by 4. So we're done cutting. And so now we got our two main pieces for those. And then the other ones, the other one that's got all the squares on it. Oh, I haven't even said hello to you guys. And I'm already starting. Let me go back and say hello. Hold on. Gotta go back. Hey, Myra. Hey, Christine. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Marva. Hey, Tony. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Wendy. Wendy's got her pajamas on. Hey, Amy. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Evelyn. Hey, Trina. Hey, Claudia. Oh, Christine, you got to get the paper. I love this paper. And also, if you're a paper pumpkin person, there was a paper pumpkin kit. Mm, might have been this month. I don't know if it was this. No, not this month. Maybe last month. I don't know. There's a paper pumpkin kit that went with this, and it had the same paper in there, I think. Um, let's see. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Karen. Hey, Becky. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Kelly. Hey, I think it's Lois. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Nell. Hey, Gail. Hey, Christine. Oh, Evelyn. You're in Germany, right? Yeah, Germany. You're at 4 p.m., so you're 6 hours ahead. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't be. Although at 4 p.m. today, I'll still be in my pajamas because it's Saturday. I stay in my pajamas all day Saturday unless I got something to do. And I don't think I'm going to do anything today because it's raining. I was going to work in the yard, but now everything's soaking wet. So, hey, Jody. Hey, Laura. Hey, Tootsie Bell. Hey, Julie. Hey, Linda. Hey, Christine. Hey, Stampin' at Studio C. Hey, Heather. Why do you always forget Saturdays? I don't know. You remember today because you're on here. Hey, Sherry. All right, I'm going to stop there. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Sharon. Okay, I'm stopping really. Oh, these cards and paper are gorgeous. Yes, they are. All right. Oh, Evelyn. It was the April. Okay, Evelyn said it was the April paper pumpkin because it was the first one they got in Europe. And I'm so glad you guys can finally get it. So if you are a paper pumpkin subscriber, I don't know if these are leftover that you can order or they have a refill kit, but I'm gonna check and see because if they have a refill kit, I might order it. But anyway, what I did was I took for the last card, this one, I took, oops, not there. That's my supplies. This card. So I just took some of the papers and punched them out. So there's one with the birds. It's kind of hard to tell which way they're going. I think that way. So I punched out a bird. I punched out some fish. And I punched out that one, the plaid, the bicycle, which is all the birds too. And then this kind of stripy one, which is the oars and stuff. And this one has the seagulls on it, but I like that side better. And the wood piece. So I punched out a bunch of these and then I just picked some that kind of went together. And that's what we're going to do for this card. And then just kind of mix and match them on there. So that's that. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I forgot. Here's the card kit. So if you place an order through the 15th and order $100 or more, you'll get the supplies to make these 3 cards. Hopefully you guys that ordered last month, you already got all your kits and your directions and everything. So we're going to start with this one. So here's this card. And all you need is a piece of Lost Lagoon. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. This I cut down to, let me write that down, 5.25 by 4 of the designer paper. What's it called? Waterside Retreat. And I hate that they it's nice that the stamp set and the dies are the same name now, but why don't they make the paper the same name too? Because the paper is different. The suite, I think everything should be the same name. It would be so much easier to remember it. And then we've got our 5.25 by 4 white for the inside. I've got a little bird and I've got my chair. And after I made this card, I said, I wonder if that would look better with the white chair. So I cut out a white chair. I don't know. What do you guys think? You like it better with the white chair or with the pecan pie chair? So that's the dark and that's the light. So let me know what you think. I've got both of them cut out. So I kind of like the white. Oh, the refill is still available. I have to order that though. I think I'm gonna get it. Pecan pie, white, white. Okay, we are split. We have dark white, pecan, white, 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 dark, dark, dark. Lost Lagoon. That's the next card. This card, you just have these 2 to pick from. Hey, Gloria. Dang, it's pretty much split right down the middle. Well, huh. I thought it would be an easy choice. Well, I guess since I already have one that has the dark, I think for the second one, we'll do the light one. So we'll have one of each, okay? So that's what we'll do. That'll make it easy because you can see what both of them look like next to each other. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just put that there. All right, so that's all you need for this one. Super easy. Takes like 5 minutes to put it together. And then this is what I forgot to stamp the inside. It's naked inside. How did I forget to stamp the inside? I did the other ones. That was the other one. Well, I guess I forgot. Basic beige for the chair. Okay. I don't know if basic beige would go so well with this though, because it's all really almost all white and gray. All right, so hopefully you got a screenshot of that. We're gonna save these Post-its for the next card because it's the same exact stuff. Okay, so I've got my little cutouts here. Oops, I almost grabbed that right off the paper. So let's go ahead and stamp the inside. All right, I think I'm gonna do some green grass. So we'll just take the grass and stamp it in here. There we go. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's that. And then our relax, I did stamp in let's see, what color did I use? Night of Navy. So let's get the Night of Navy out. And I stamped that right up here where the water line is. Right there. Okay. Need some scrap paper. Really don't want to mess up my not really clean paste piece of paper, but I just changed it. All right, so then we're just gonna put it together. So this will go to the inside. And I think this is my empty glue. Let's see. Oh, no, this has some glue in it. Love that. I love that seagrass. And we had a stamp almost exactly the same as that before. And this goes on the front. And if you wanted to put like some linen thread wrapped around it or something like that, you could. But these cards really, that the paper is so pretty. You don't want to cover it up. All right, so then we're going to put, I used glue dots for this bird because it's so little that it just, it's like too small for dimensionals, I think. So I just kind of curled up glue dot and put a couple on here. So I'm going to put one like on the body, and then I'm going to put one, curl it up again, and put it on the wing. And then we're just going to, whoops, stick it up here like so. All right, so there's that. And then the chair, we are going to put dimensionals on. I wish I had one of these Adirondack chairs. They're so comfortable. I'd like to put one out on my dock, but I'm afraid it would blow away. So I'll put a bunch of those, and then I need to put like a little one here. I'd have to nail it down, I think. All right, then let's pull all these off. So yesterday, I was outside most of the day laying in the sun and just relaxing in my lounge chair. And I fell asleep for a little while. And then I came inside and just was messing around. And then I was watching TV and I started watching The Rookie. I forgot all about it because now I don't have my, what do you call it? I can't remember what it's called when you tape everything. I had to cancel it because it was 25 extra dollars a month. And I was like, I can just watch it on demand. So I think I like that. And then we've got some gems. So I started flipping through shows that I've missed, and I forgot about The Rookie. So that was one of my favorite shows. I started watching it. I don't know what they did, but it's gotten so like silly. And I forgot. I lost my take your pick tool. Huh. Oh, here it is. Wait a minute. I got it. I was just sitting there like, this show is just not as good as it used to be. I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous storylines, but I was not too happy about that. So then I changed it to oh, Sullivan's Crossing. Have you guys ever watched Sullivan's Crossing? Now that's a good show. It's kind of like Virgin River, but not not quite as sappy, maybe. All right, so these gems are Moody Palette Glossy Dots. They really go with the other suite. I can't remember the name of it. I use it all the time too. I think it was in the Spring Mini. Dang it, I can't remember. It's got flowers and I can't remember what it's called. Okay, so there you go. So there's one with the white chair and with the gray stamped. So that's gray granite stamped on there. This one is pecan pie. And I was at the table and I didn't feel like getting up. So I was looking on the table for a color that would go with it. So I had old olive. So that's actually pecan pie paper stamped with old olive ink. So, and we need some shimmer. Let me get some shimmer on here. Yeah, DVR it, but it's called some contour. Is it? Uh, I think it's. I forget. It's called something. Yeah, but like DVR. So I used to tape all my shows, and now I have to go back and watch them, like Matlock. I really like Matlock and um, Sheriff Country, and I did like Rookie, but now it's just silly. And look at that. That really shows up good on the brown. Love it. All right, so that's our first card. What other shows? Yeah, Sullivan's Crossing is good. Sully isn't listed in. I know. Supposedly he's in Ireland, like with his girlfriend, but I don't know. So it's only like I think 4 episodes out. Oh, you know what else I like is The Way Home. I love The Way Home. Yeah, Fire Country's good too. All right, so that's card number one. So card number two is this one, which is kind of similar. We have a different piece of paper. So we need Lost Lagoon again. So 5.5 by 8.5 Lost Lagoon. And a white for the inside. And then our designer paper. And then we have a chair. And then we have a piece for the words. So this is just a scrap. I think it's 3/4. It's actually crooked too. I'm looking at this thinking that piece of paper is kind of crooked. Let's see if we can straighten it out a little bit. It must have moved when I was cutting it. All right, so that's 3/4 of an inch by, I don't know, something. I'm gonna rip it anyway. So that's all you need for that. Yeah, The Way Home is really good, but I'm so mad it's gonna end. They're gonna have to figure out some way to end it because it's the last season. So Sully is not on the show at all anymore. He's not coming back. He'll probably come back as a guest or something. But yeah, he left and um I think a couple other people left too. Yeah, Hope Valley. I love Hope Valley. That's a good one too. All right, so for this one, let's just put this together. Only thing we have to stamp on this one is our words and the inside. So I just did that on the inside, but I think I'm going to switch it. Oh, we got to stamp the birds too. Okay, so inside, let's go ahead and switch that to gray since this one is more of a gray card. I'll just clean that off. And here's the stamp for the chair if you just want to see what it looks like. I already did it ahead of time so I could cut it out, but that's what it looks like. So we're going to use gray granite and stamp this. And I'm just going to do it just like I did the last one. Kind of, oh, the third stamp doesn't really show up very much, but that's okay. All right, so that's all we need on that. And then we've got the bird. So we want to put a couple birds on here. And I'll just do them. I think I did that too low because my words are going to go right there, but we'll see. All right, and then the words I did in Pretty Peacock. So we've got Pretty Peacock, and I just used relax for all of these, but there's other words in there, or you could use whatever you wanted to. So we're gonna just put relax. Okay. And then I'm just gonna rip this and dip it. Uh-oh. That's a little too much ink. Let's cut that a little bit. That's not quite so much ink. Okay, there we go. I let it sit too long in there. I started looking at the comments and I forgot. Ah. All right. So, and then I took a little piece of ribbon. Now, this is the gray granite ribbon. And I just made a little, I don't know if you can see it, like a little loop here and put down there on the end. So I'm just going to cut a little piece like so. And this is the gray granite ribbon 167511. It is variegated trim is what it's called, but it's really pretty. Really nice quality ribbon. I love it. And you get 10 yards. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take some tape, or let's just use a glue dot. So I'm going to glue dot these together. So fold it in half, like so. Oops, it stuck to my finger. And okay, so now they're glued together. Then I'm going to take another glue dot and put it on the back here. Actually, let's do two. Okay. And then we're just going to put this. We don't really need that second one, do we? We'll shove it under there. Just stick it on. All right. So then you get this little loop, which I thought was just a cute little effect. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on that. What is May paper pumpkin? I don't know. I think I canceled mine for May because I think it was something that I really wasn't interested in. I want to say it had a lantern or something on it. Actually, let me put the chair down first because I want to make sure I don't get on top of the chair. Oh, it's a light bug. Yeah, I didn't get it. When I see the thing, I either will buy an extra one. I have one set up for every month, but if I think it's gonna be really good, I'll order extra, and if I don't like it, then I'll just cancel it. Look, I got my thing stuck to my finger. So I'll be looking for it in a minute. Where did it go? All right, so let's pull these off. I love this. This is Lost Lagoon paper and Pretty Peacock ink for the chair. So we're just going to put this down here like so. And then put the relax. Perfect. It fits right there. Okay. Get it straight. Oops. Okay. So there we go. And then we're going to put that on the front. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw it had, yeah, it did have the lantern. I was just like, I don't know. That doesn't really do much for me. So I canceled it. Oh, you know what? I think I did see, well, no, nobody would have it yet because I was thinking I just saw somebody make a card with these little tea lights and it was like a easel card, and they put a tea light behind it. But I think they used this paper, but it was really cool. All right, and then we're gonna put a couple gems on this one. I think I used one of each, so I think I used a blue, a green, and oh, I used another blue one here. There we go. All right, then we're gonna spritz this one. Let that, oops, let that dry for a second. All right, so that's these two. I didn't spritz this one. Love it. All right, so that's card number 2. And now we're going to do number 3. You're at work checking in. Hey, Karen. Oh, Tony, you're listening to the video. Oh, that's true, Tina. She said just when she would cancel it, somebody would come out. Now, Rachel Testman, she has alternatives every month, and some of hers are so good. Actually, almost all of hers are so much better than the ones that come in the kit. And there's a couple other people that do it, alternatives too. I've done a few of them myself, but yeah, the alternatives, I really think they should hire Rachel to just create the alternatives before the kit comes out, and she should just make the projects. Oh, how you make the spritz. So the spritz is the recipe is actually in the video description below the video. So if you go under the video where it says more, you click on that and scroll down, it has the recipe for how to make this, but it's 70% alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, and fill it up about this much. And then you just pour in a little bit, like a quarter of a teaspoon of this, which is champagne mist, ink, and it's by Sukaniko. And the link to where you get it is under the video also. So yeah, Rachel's awesome. Love her. Okay, so now we're down to the last card. And this one is easy. So we've got 5.5 by 8.5 Misty Moonlight. And we've got our white piece for the inside. And then I've got just a few of these cutouts that I did from different pieces in the pack. So I think I changed this one to a fish. So we're going to use that instead. So that's all you need. Oh, and we need one of these. And we're going to use some linen thread and a little bit of this um, gray thread too. So there we go. All right. Oh, and we need the punch too. So the punch, like I told you before, is called Rounded Rectangle. That's the number 167880. And so the first thing we're going to do is punch the hole. So we're going to take our base and you're going to shove this in as far as it'll go. So I'm pushing as far as it'll go. And I want a little bit of a, something stuck in there, a little bit of a border over here. So I'm leaving, you want to make sure it's straight. So I'm thinking from the edge of this right here to the edge of this, probably about 3/4 of an inch. But I'm not really measuring it, but you got to make sure it's straight. Okay, so you can save that for something else. So now we've got our hole there, which is pretty equal to what it was before. Okay, so now what we're going to do is um, put the first one down on the side. So I'm changing that out to fish. So, oh, I got something sticky up here. Why is that sticky there? Interesting. And I'm just going to glue this on the inside too, because we're not stamping anything. We're just going to have that rectangle on there. in the window. Oh yeah, don't forget to do thumbs up and like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff for me. Okay, so there's the inside. So we're going to be stamping on this piece with the wood, and that's going to fit right in that window. So we're going to start with this fish. So we're going to put put glue on the back, and just make sure you line it up straight with that. So that piece is key right there. Make sure that's really straight. Okay, so that's our first one. Then up here, I've got one that goes off the page a little bit. This one's going to go here in the middle. And then I've got the seagulls here. So I'm going to do the seagulls first because I kind of want to center that right there. So you're going to center it between the two so it kind of looks like bricks. You know how they're like alternating when you have a brick wall? So make sure that's kind of even over the two of them. And then this one is going to go off the page a little bit. So what I'm going to do is turn it over, get it where I want it, put the glue on here. That way I won't have glue on the piece that's over the edge. So it's just going to be glued right up to the edge there. And then I can trim that off. And then same thing here on this side, I'm going to go ahead and turn that over and put it right here. And then flip it over. And you could, of course, do this with any of the designer papers. Just get this punch, or if you have the hexagon punch, you can use that too. Actually, I think this one is even easier than that because the hexagon punch is a teeny bit harder to get straight. So you cut that off, cut this off. And then we're going to take this piece right here that I just cut off from over here, and I'm going to put that right there on the edge. Whoops. Oh man, all my dimensional backings just went flying off the desk. All right, so we're going to put that right on the edge like so. Okay. All right, now we're going to do the relax part. So I'm going to do navy again for this one. And I still have a ton of these left to make some more cards. So I need my relax. I'm going to do it right in the center, like a little bit higher than the middle though. So, oh, that's kind of crooked, but it's going to have to work. And then I took the smaller of the, this one, the little tiny little seagrass thingy, and did that in the gray. So this is gray granite again. Is the cardstock Misty Moonlight? Yes, it is Misty Moonlight. I did Night of Navy ink, but I did Misty Moonlight paper. I don't know why. I think it says in the pack that Misty Moonlight is the color, but I had Night of Navy on the table, so I am like the queen of laziness when it comes to card making. If I'm making cards and I'm just sitting there and I don't feel like getting up, then I'll just grab what's on the table. All right, I'm going to put a few down here. So there you go. And that's going to fit right in our hole right there. That was gray granite ink. And you could use Misty Moonlight. I did Night of Navy, but either one will work. Okay, so, oh, that's the one I already finished. Ah, it's too early in the morning for me. All right, we're going to put some glue on here. And we're going to shove this right down into that opening, and it should fit perfectly. So just put it right there. Now you can really see that I did relaxed crooked. So we're relaxing sideways. Okay. All right, we're going to grab some of this gray ribbon and tie a knot like so, right in the middle here. And then trim that down just a touch. Oops. Okay, so there's that. Then we're going to take some linen thread. So we're done with this one. This is the brand new ribbon too. Then I've got some linen thread. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, like that much, a few inches. And oh gosh, I just let me throw these things away before I spill any more. I've got them everywhere. Okay, so we're just going to take this and our little doohickey thing and put that, whoops, right through there. And then we're going to stick it underneath here and tie a little loop. And you want it to dangle a little bit. So just keep that knot kind of loose. And then pull it tight. Okay. So it's hanging a little bit there. And then we're going to snip this off. And I'm going to put a glue dot under there to um, hide that. Okay. So just take a glue dot, stick it right under here, and that will kind of hold it in place. And so it'll still dangle there. Oops. We want that all the way under there. Okay. There we go. All right. So it's just dangling a little bit like that. And then we're going to put a couple gems on here. So I'm going to grab a little. And these are Secret Sea, I think. And then this is, I have no idea what color this is. Maybe, huh. I know that's Cloud Cover and Secret Sea. That might be Old Olive, but it's kind of a different shade of Old Olive. And then this is white. Oops. And there we go. And then I'm going to spritz this one. And this will show up good because you can see you can always see shimmer on dark paper the best. It always shows up. So there you go. So that's our last card. So let me bring them all back in so you can see. There we go. So I hope you liked those. They're super easy. And you don't have to do hardly any work to make them. And they're just beautiful. I wish we could just get a whole pack of just like these backgrounds. I think that'd be so nice. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, these trinkets are really nice. I love them. And they really are not heavy. I mean, they're like, there's 20 in here. And I bet you that it probably only weighs maybe like 3 or 4 ounces. But individually, they're just not heavy at all. Like nothing. I'm certainly thinking there's no extra postage or anything. Um, Well, you are relaxed. Okay, that's good. You want a cappuccino? I don't drink coffee. Oh yeah, Vicky. Yeah, use that punch. I was just thinking because when I first wanted to do this card, I was going to use the hexagon, and I just said, let me check and see if it's still available because I didn't want to use something that was not available, and it was gone. So I said, well, I think this one would work, and it does. Works great. So, all right, you know what time it is? It is time for a joke. So let me pull the joke up. I got a funny one today. All right, a man and his wife are driving down a quiet country road, not saying a word. They'd had a terrible argument earlier in the day, and neither wanted to be the first one to break the silence. As they pass a farmyard filled with mules, goats, and pigs, the husband decides to be a bit snarky. He points out the window at a particularly scruffy looking mule and says, relative of yours? Without missing a beat, the wife looks at the mule, then looks back at him and says, yep, in law. She should have said mother-in-law. I just thought that was hysterical. So anyway, that's my joke for today, and I got a couple cards to give away. And let's see what we got. Oh, here's another dimensional piece. All right. I just love these cards so much. But I really do wish we had more pieces of that, the front piece. Let me get all my little pieces of trash. Okay. All right. So Therese, I still haven't seen her. She must be on vacation or something. And Joan and Luana. You guys haven't claimed yours. Actually, Luana. I don't think I've heard from her. I'll double check, but I don't think so. All right, we've got 3 here. So I've got 2 of my seahorses from last time. So you could win those. And I put a bunch of new names in here. Now, it was so funny because remember last time I said, okay, if you haven't won before or in a long time, put your name down. And so I had several people put their name down, and I've never won. I've never won. And I'm thinking, I've never seen your name before. For some of them, I'm like, well, I guess you haven't won because you've never said a comment before. So I think there's people that watch and never comment, and then they wonder why they don't win. So if you're watching, you need to comment to win a card. So make sure you do that, okay? All right, so let's pick a name. All right, first one is Linda Sage 9959. So that's somebody from the other comments after the video. And the next one is Donna Herlinger. Donna Herlinger. And the last one today, so you guys got those really pretty ones, is Card Lady 13. Card Lady 13. All right, so those are the winners for today. See, I got my bowl almost full now. So if you haven't won, make sure you put a comment there because I was trying to pick names that had never won before. But most of you guys comment all the time, so I recognize your names. Hey, Mel, haven't seen you today yet. Oh, Pearl King. Okay. Actually, I think I did put your name in from the last video because you had left a comment. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll be back Tuesday night with another video. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it'll be something fun. And oh yeah, happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow. So I'm gonna go spend the morning with my mother tomorrow. I got her some red velvet cupcakes. That's her favorite. So she'll like that. And then I got her a few other things for a little bag full of goodies. So, oh, Terry. Okay, I'll put your name down. All right, you guys have a great weekend and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And hugs back to you guys. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Don't forget to do thumbs up for me and comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And don't forget to order. And if you want to join, just do that starter kit special. That's a great deal. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.